What's up, everybody? This is Ryan West. Hey, thank you for checking out this video. If this is your first time watching either this video on YouTube or Facebook, do us a favor, hit subscribe and follow us on YouTube. And if you're not following us on Facebook, we'd love to have you follow us. This is kind of our second round, our second go live opportunity that we're throwing out there. And we're going to start doing these on a weekly on Tuesdays and Thursdays right around this time. Where we are going to talk about opportunities that are available through Iowa Workforce Development and Iowa Works. And they are really for job seeker centric opportunities that are available. And, today's episode, what we're going to talk about are some of those really key things that are available to job seekers in the state of Iowa that you can get through Iowa Workforce Development / Iowa Works. So I'll explain what all that means here in a little bit because that can be a little confusing sometimes. Again, before we get started, we'd love to have you follow us. If you're not already, subscribe and download our podcast. Just search Mission Employable on Apple Podcasts, on Google Play, on Amazon Music, wherever you listen to your podcasts. There's a lot of great information that's going on. And if you're an employer or a hiring manager, whatever it may be, we'd love to have you follow us as well. Excuse me. So today, short episode here, but very informative because we're going to talk about some of those job seeker opportunities. So first and foremost, Iowa Workforce Development is where I'm at today. I'm in our admin building. I'm actually in my office. A lot of times I like to try to do this stuff from our podcast studio, but today I'm here. And this building is really the central hub for everything we do at Iowa Workforce Development. So when you hear all of these terms, opportunities that I'm going to talk about, they all fall under Iowa Workforce Development. We're all on the same team, with just a little bit of different product lines that some of our folks are with. Iowa Workforce Development is our admin hub. A lot of the unemployment insurance stuff comes out of there. So if you're looking for unemployment insurance information, that's where you're going to go. Typically, although in the future, we hope to move that to Iowa Works. And you can get to these product lines from Iowa Workforce Development that we're going to talk about. I'll get to that point in a minute, but I just want to kind of level set. So it can be a little confusing. We want to, make it as simple as possible. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Iowa Works. I'm sure a lot of you have heard or maybe even seen or been to possibly. Our Iowa Works offices are all across the state. We have 15 all across Iowa, excuse me. And we have some small satellite offices that are available as well. But you can get to all the information about Iowa Works really in three ways. Go into your local Iowa Works office, so the one closest to you where you're at. Two, go to iowaworks.gov. That is iowaworks.gov. Or three, download the app. You can get an Iowa Works app. And that's really a really key thing if you're a job seeker, because it's really a good way to stay connected with opportunities that are available through us right on that app. And you can get that in the Google Play or the Apple App Store. So a lot of people don't realize we have that app, but it is out there and available, and it will link you up with a lot of different things. And Iowa Works offers just all kinds of opportunities for job seekers, resume building classes. If your English is your second language, how to do better with soft skills. We get you connected with financial literacy as an example. The list goes on. And of course, gets you connected with jobs. And our Iowa Works staff do a fantastic job. I could spend 10 episodes just talking about them, but they're going to help you get connected with employers who are looking for those opportunities, or vice versa. We work with a lot of employers on the other end. We do career fairs. We do reverse career fairs where employers can actually come in and interview job seekers. So we do a lot of really cool things. That's why you really want to get connected with an Iowa Works office if you're a job seeker. If you're looking for a job or you're looking for a career change, we can help you just like any other platform out there. In fact, I think we can do it better because we can really help you tap in. We have personal relationships with employers in the state of Iowa, and that's only growing, as you'll hear in a few lives coming on down the road. But if you're wondering, well, who is qualified to walk into an Iowa Works office? Anybody. It doesn't matter if you just graduated from college, if you just got out of high school, if you were incarcerated and you're looking for different opportunities, to really help you find work after the fact, after you've been through some tougher times. If you're a refugee, if you've unfortunately just lost your job for whatever reason, that can help you, or we can help you get connected. A lot of times, the folks that come into our Iowa Works offices, they haven't filed for a new job, for unemployment, some of those things that go with it in a long time. Excuse me. And they're nervous, and we get all that. And so we get that a lot, but we're there to serve and help folks in those situations. We understand that it can be difficult. The moral of the story is we serve folks in the state of Iowa all the time. I don't have the stats off the top of my head, but I can promise you they're huge, and we really pride ourselves. The community, the Iowa Works offices pride themselves of really being embedded in those communities. You can follow their Facebook pages individually. We still want you to follow the Mission Employable Facebook page, but you can also follow that page. All of our iWorks offices have their individual Facebook pages. So something to keep in mind, because they put out a lot of local information that's really good. So that's Iowa Works. It really encompasses, so it's Iowa Workforce Development and then Iowa Works. And those Iowa Works offices have what we call partner staff as well. And those partner staffs may be from community colleges, from Voc Rehab, from the list goes on and on. Community colleges, it's all over the place. And so we're lucky enough to have them be part of everything we're doing too, and vice versa. So there's a lot of referrals going around and handoffs. And so we really want to try to get you into the right position. So when you come in, we actually have a system, a flow where we try to get you directed going in the right way. So rest assured, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, we can get you into those opportunities. So now we're going to talk about 3 product lines that fall into that Iowa Works brand, and then ultimately through Iowa Workforce Development, which is the umbrella, right? And so the first one we'll talk about is our Earn and Learn website. That's earnandlearn.gov. And so to recap so far, we got iowaworkforcedevelopment.gov, iowaworks.gov, and now Earn and Learn Iowa, spelled out, .gov. And down the road, we're going to have this will be consolidated. But for now, I want to start with this one because it gets lost in the shuffle sometime, and I really think it's probably got the most information, to be honest, when it comes to job seekers, because it's really dedicated to getting folks plugged in with registered apprenticeship opportunities. And if you're not familiar with all of what that is, head over to earnandlearniowa.gov and check that out, because there's a ton of information on registered apprenticeship opportunities that are available to you around the state. It's equally used by employers. That's earnandlearniowa.gov. So if you watch this on down the road, you're a parent, or you have a relative, or you work with somebody, your neighbor, who's looking for a career change or is for a first career, send them there. And that ultimately will get you connected up through the Iowa Works system. And if you're an employer looking to build a registered apprenticeship, we can do it. We can help you through there as well. You can go through there on that, but check out iowaworks.gov as well. Earn and Learn Iowa is just kind of this hidden treasure that we really are trying to promote more of. So I really would love to see people there, and anything you can think of or would have an idea on around registered apprenticeship. If it's not there, we're going to get that information for you and get you going. So that's earnandlearniowa.gov. The second one I want to talk about is homebaseiowa.gov. We talk about that one pretty frequently. Not that we don't talk about Earn and Learn Iowa either, but HBI probably comes up more. And that's for our veterans, not only in the state of Iowa, but for returning service members coming from all over the world. So it's a really fantastic product and opportunity. When I got into the service in 1998, you still had to use a newspaper. So this thing really helps get folks connected in such a quicker fashion. Again, it's like match.com. We're matching the veteran up with the employer, who's an employer specifically in that HBI platform. It's another great way to if you're a veteran, to get in with an employer that really kind of puts a lot of emphasis on hiring veterans, maybe more so than others, because that's their thing. So that's a really great way. You want to get plugged into that. It doesn't matter if you were in the Navy, because I'm biased. The Navy's the best branch, or the Army, or the Air Force, the Marines, or the Coast Guard, or your reserve. It can help you, and it can help virtually every veteran. It's really one of the key products we have, really, completely in the state of Iowa, everywhere, that can draw people in from around the world. So homebaseiowa.gov, that's Iowa spelled out, homebaseiowa.gov. You want to check that one out. We'll put links to all of these websites down and below. And that's why we really want you to follow our Mission Employable Facebook page as well, because there's going to be updates on this stuff all the time. I cannot stress this enough. There are updates on opportunities constantly. You really want to follow us there. Okay, so then our third one. So let's recap. We have Iowa Workforce Development, we have Iowa Works, we have Earn and Learn Iowa, and these are all .gov, and we have HomebaseIowa.gov. Okay, you'll have links down below so you can have them all. You can get to most of this stuff. Just get that Iowa Works app. That'll help you get going in the right place. Lastly, I want to talk about is our Future Ready Iowa.gov website. It's Future Ready Iowa spelled out .gov. And what that website is, that's our newest one. And that is basically the place where a lot of our newer, innovative kind of concepts have been posted to, our grant opportunities that are out there. It's really centric for both job seekers and employers. That's where our last dollar scholarship information has been put on. We had a employer scholarship that was similar to that as well in the beginning. If you're not familiar with that last dollar scholarship, that opportunity helps get young adults connected with a community college degree or gets them going for virtually for free. There's story after story, success story after success story of folks using that money. And those opportunities, we assuming are going to come again. Those come out of legislation. So just an FYI on that. Wealth of information out there. We have the career coach out there that will only be out there, I think, just a little longer. So you want to get out there and use that. The career coach is just this cool tool you can look at, not going away per se, but maybe move to another website. But it'll allow you to look at where you are at in the state and really get yourself connected. So it's futurereadyiowa.gov. That platform or the information, the content on there really probably deserves its own, as do all of these, which we'll do down the road. But I just want to get folks thinking about it. One last one that I'll throw out there that we don't see a lot of job seekers use, although it's a really good tool to have. It's certainly a good tool for employers that we'd love to see more employers use, and that's our labor market information website. If you go to, I believe it's LMI Iowa spelled out .gov. We'll put that link down below. It's bad. I should know that off the top of my head, but that's jam-packed with just labor market information. Now, don't let that term freak you out because it can seem a little overwhelming, but it just, you're going to get salary information, some statistical stuff going around the state, and that can help when you're posting jobs or looking for jobs. And we'll delve into a little bit more down the road. We've already covered a lot here, and I'm already kind of probably getting too far down in the weeds with some of this, but so let's just recap and put these on your radar of things you want to check out. First, follow us on the Mission Employable Facebook page. It's the old Future Ready Iowa Facebook page. We just switched names. The reason we did that is because Mission Employable allows us to encompass all of this. And not that we don't love Future Ready Iowa, but it just made sense. And it matches our brand with the podcast, which is the next thing. Download the podcast. You can get that in the Google Play or the Apple App Store. Those come out on the weekly. They're just great things that are going on in the state of Iowa. A lot of employer-centric, but a lot of good information where employers are telling you opportunities that they have. We talked about earnandlearniowa.gov, homebaseiowa.gov, and futurereadyiowa.gov. And, if you got time, check out that LMI Iowa or just Google Iowa labor market information. Again, you can get to all of that stuff by going to the Iowa Workforce Development.gov website. A lot of websites, this stuff will be condensed down the road, I promise you. And I think that really kind of encapsulates what we are, and that really boxes in what we wanted to talk about for this today, Thursday's episode. Next week, I'm not sure what our topic is. I know we have them scheduled out, so we're going to eventually start getting into the weeds of some of these, so you can really see them. We're also this one today is being filmed through YouTube, obviously, but it will be put on our Facebook page. We're hoping into next week we're going to simulcast these through Facebook Lives and through YouTube, and we're excited about that. So a lot of information. Please feel free to forward this out. We're going to get it out on LinkedIn as well. Thank you for the time, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday on the next episode. Thanks, guys.